Please click thumbs up before I read to you what VLAD TV allegedly said on Twitter, or excuse me, X. Please click thumbs up and please click hype, and in that way more people see the video, more people will know what he allegedly said. So thumbs up and hype is free. Anyways, VLAD TV allegedly said, I have a confession. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan Thee Stallion. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory Lanez, and they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did it first for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The police are all on Jay-Z's payroll, and it doesn't stop with Los Angeles. But you're not ready to hear that part. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory Lanez, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory Lanez's appeal all paid off by the Roc Nation Mafia. Jay-Z also paid Donald Trump not to pardon Tory Lanez, even though it's a state case. Trump can only pardon federal cases. But knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay-Z wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this is my last tweet, you know who silenced me. I'm seeing news reports that Kelsey's bodyguard came forward and said that Kelsey shot Megan, not Tory Lanez. The only problem is that Kelsey's bodyguard wasn't actually bodyguarding her the night of the shooting. His testimony is based on the conversation he claimed he heard. 98% of appeals fall through. This isn't going to overturn Tory's conviction. If this were actually true, Tory should have taken the stand and said it. Also, the story doesn't match up with the jail call of Tory apologizing to Kelsey. You're an idiot if you think that someone sitting in jail is going to apologize to the person who put them there. And why would the shooter even do a jail call with the person who was being charged with their crime? And this is also old news from last May. Somebody said, I feel like you're being obtuse about this on purpose. And supposedly VLAD said, I guess all 12 jurors who found him guilty were obtuse too. Dat Piff said at Grok, that's the AI for X, is this true? And Grok said, no, this isn't true. DJ Vlad's post is satirical, mocking conspiracy theories about Roc Nation rigging the Tory Lanez case. Lanez was convicted in 2022 for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, with appeals denied based on evidence, not bribes. No credible sources support these claims. Somebody named JU said, Vlad, stop clout chasing, dude. If it's true that Jay-Z paid you, then you know you can't possibly be the only blogger he paid. So considering everything that you just said, why didn't you name any other bloggers who Jay-Z supposedly paid? And allegedly, Vlad said every blogger is on Jay-Z's payroll, not me. We all got paid with Bitcoin. Now that the price dropped, you'll see a lot of us turning on him. JU said, oh yeah, you're definitely trolling, fool. Somebody named Zeal said, it's over for Jay-Z. I keep saying he will be the only guy arrested from the Epstein files, the fall guy. And then Vlad said, allegedly said, it's deeper than that. Jay-Z is Epstein. So somebody else said, why are you confessing now? Do you feel bad, or did the money stop coming and you're mad about it? Allegedly, Vlad said the money stopped coming and I never signed an NDA or non-disclosure agreement. Somebody named Fats said, damn, Vlad, be safe out there. Jay-Z could have your security on payroll. And then Vlad allegedly said, I've always used Roc Nation security. I might need to get my own now. Somebody, now is that true? Can anybody answer that? So somebody named Fats, the same person, said Vlad's current security, and it's a bunch of dudes with Roc Nation on their chest with Jay-Z's face. So somebody named Smooth said, if they've been paying you, does that mean they stopped paying you? And then Vlad allegedly said, correct. Their last check bounced. Somebody named Very Nice said, how much they paying you? And then now this makes you think this is fake because the person said an actual price. Allegedly, Vlad said it started with $10,000 a month during the trial and went up to $50,000 a month. All the payments were in Bitcoin, so they couldn't be traced. Somebody named Random States replied to the part where the person claiming to be Vlad TV said that their checks bounced. And they said, I don't care about Jay-Z, but I'll say this. Now I know you're lying. Bounced. That's a joke. So Fauci, shout out to Fauci for this one. Either A, gets deleted and tweets get put out saying, quote, hacked. B, something happens to Vlad, least likely. Or C, goes unnoticed and not cared about because it came from Vlad, who they can dismiss for any reason they want, as it won't shift public perception. Do you guys think it's going to be A, B, or C? Leave a separate comment right now, guessing if he's going to say, I was hacked, A, B, something bad happens to Vlad, allegedly, and C, it goes unnoticed because Vlad can't influence anybody out here anyway, so it doesn't really matter what he says, allegedly. Somebody named Jay said that Vlad owes Nicki Minaj an apology because Ann Paulina Luna said that she can confirm that now for the record, this was in July of last year, said that she spoke with Nicki Minaj directly. And apparently, I guess some people were making threats of violence towards her, allegedly. And Vlad TV called her a snitch back in July. And then this person named Jay said that he owes Nicki Minaj an apology. And they said, ain't this the same thing Nicki Minaj was saying before you went on a campaign to make her look crazy and call her a liar? You're a sick individual, Vlad. Elias said, bro, do you have lawyer money? Nah, leave that. Do you have I was sued money? What's the plan here? How are you going to throw such allegations without any receipts? What are you doing? Come on. Little Miss Drama, I assume you are a Cardi B fan. She said, it went right over Garb's heads. And it's a chick with a dude or whatever that is with a pink wig. And it says, no thanks, I'm a Barb. As somebody trying to hand them a brain. Somebody named Dom Lucre says, I'm about to report on this. It's been more than 2 hours, which means this is no longer deemed parody. Jay said, this N-word gonna say he got hacked tomorrow. Watch, shaking my head. Myron Gaines, I think that might be his real account. I don't know. Is that his real account? Somebody let me know below. So you knew he was innocent. I assume they're talking about Tory Lanez. So you knew he was innocent, knew of the corruption, took the money anyways for years. And you're saying something now? The most J-wordish behavior I have ever seen. You know, rhymes with bluish. Now listen closely to what Davers said. I believed everything until you said Jay also paid Trump. Yeah, a lot of suspicious stuff, allegedly. Rollins said, so you claim you knew he was innocent, knew there was corruption, took the money for years, and you're just now speaking out? That story falls apart fast. If you agree with that, say I agree. Somebody named Casanova said, this sounds like something that would only happen on movies. But even if it happened, you're also guilty because you took the bribe to support it. Well, the Epstein Files sounds like a movie too. Anyways, Stock Market Window said, extraordinary claims need evidence, not vibes. Facts. That's true. Courts, juries, doctors, police, and multiple judges across systems don't move on a rap budget. Well, what about Freemasons? If there's proof, show it. If not, it's fan fiction starring Jay-Z, Megan Thee Stallion, and Tory Lanez. Somebody named Nima's World said, do people not realize he's trolling and being sarcastic? Your Shadow said, but why all of this trouble for Tory Lanez? Like, who is he? What does he have? What does he know? Secondly, oh, this is foul for him to even ask this. Why is Jay-Z always appearing in every criminal case? Is that true that anyways, this guy is the Epstein of the entertainment industry. No, Epstein is the Epstein of the entertainment industry. Anyways, and he's never beating the allegations. Neither is Trump. If he is reprimanded, I'm sure a lot of victims will finally have the voice to speak out. Lil SoCal gal, that's Southern California, right? Said, you had me curious until the 3 Supreme Court justices reference and Trump. Maybe 1 judge, but not 3. And Trump has served as president without even taking a salary. If you think that he's not getting paid anyway at all, you're a fool. Anyways, he gives money. Listen to this crap. He gives money out of his own pocket over and over again. He's rich as hell and he can't be bought. Are you sure about that, bitch? Really? And certainly not by Jay-Z and Roc Nation. He's not stupid. Trump is not stupid. Is this here also real? Anyways, somebody named Elder or Mori or whatever, confession claiming Roc Nation paid everyone from jury to judges to Trump, Supreme Court, Mexican attacker, doctors all on payroll. That's a whole empire of corruption if true. Yeah, sounds like the TV show Empire. Someone's either exposing everything or creating the wildest story ever told. And remember, this is all alleged. Somebody named Obina said, you're saying Jay-Z, Roc Nation, doctors, juries, police, and even Donald Trump all teamed up over Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. That's not, quote, inside information. That's a conspiracy starter pack. Court cases are built on evidence, not internet theories. Let's stick to facts, not fantasies. Someone with an African name that I can't pronounce said, so we're saying Roc Nation controls juries, the Los Angeles Police Department, the Supreme Court, prison inmates, and somehow federal pardons too. At this point, just say Jay-Z controls the weather and Mercury retrograde while we're here. Laughing, crying emoji. Y'all ever notice how every loss turns into a Marvel villain origin story instead of just a court case? Who's running the moon landing in this timeline? That's easy. The Freemasons. They're the ones that faked it. Allegedly. Somebody named Proverse said, that's a lot of serious accusations involving multiple agencies, courts, and public figures with zero evidence provided. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Let's stick to facts. Somebody named David, I don't know, a word that starts with the letter A. Vlad, this sounds more like a thriller script than real life. A president can't pardon a state case. But they already said that. He allegedly, whoever is posting on Vlad's account already covered that. Idiot. So you sound dumb saying that. He already said that, okay? A president can't pardon a state case, and conspiracy theories don't become facts just because they're dramatic. Let's separate entertainment from evidence. Secret password to say in the comment section to let me know you made it to the end of the video is, if you think this is real, if you think this is really Vlad, say real. If you think this is fake, like he was hacked or something else happened and this wasn't really him, say fake. Now, if you're not sure, if you don't know, say I don't know. If you don't care, say I don't care. If you don't care, why are you here? If you say I don't care, I'm going to cuss you out in the comment section. You shouldn't be here if you don't care. Click thumbs up, click hype, subscribe, all notifications. If you don't know what to say, just say hi. But I need to get the conversation going. Remember, if you click thumbs up and hype, more people are going to see the video. So that way we can get more comments, more engagement. And in that way, we could have a much broader conversation, because this is just too much. There's a lot of different things being talked about. And I need to know as many people's opinions as possible, because honestly, I'm confused. I don't believe that Vlad would say this, because I don't think that he would want to like harm his career by saying that. Fun fact, I've been blocked on VLAD TV's channel for years, so I can't leave comments. If you know why, say why in the comment section. If you don't know why, but you want to know, say why me, and that'll let me know that you want me to tell you why and how I got blocked on Vlad's channel.